Great fellas, I hope you are ready for your daily dose of skill. Today you are going to see 3 different games with a completion of medium tank 15 for T-55A. And we are coming to an end. We have a couple of replays more left which we will upload to the extra channel, and it's going to be added in the index page. It's about the time, don't you think so? Anyways, what do we have? We have a mission to damage tank destroyers for 2,500 damage and to cause damage to 7 enemy different vehicles, right? This is quite a journey, and plus on top of that win the game. I can tell you one thing, whenever I played for this mission myself, it wasn't so easy, and this is T-55 mission. The main reason why so, because most of the games, you know how the games can go in the World of Tanks. When you have 15-5, aka your team is just simply losing the game, you cannot complete this mission because you need to win. Cause damage to the tank destroyers is kind of doable if there is at least 3 tank destroyers out there, if we are speaking about the higher tier. And cause damage to 7 enemy vehicles, it's also quite a tricky one, because you need to pretty much damage half of the enemy team, right? Anyways, enough about this. Let's teleport straight into the action. And fellas, my tip to complete this mission would be quite simple. Higher tier tanks, preferably tier 9, tier 10. I personally completed this mission without a loader, but 2 other gentlemen who sent me their replays, they completed it with a standard single shooter tanks, and the stars were simply aligned. Right, and we will talk about their gameplay very soon whenever we are going to be there. Anyways, without further ado, let's teleport straight into the action and let's see how we have done it, shall we? Okay fellas, this is my play, how I completed medium tank 15. As you can see, medium tank 15 selected right here, caused 2,500 damage to the enemy heavy tank, to the enemy tank destroyers, caused cause damage to the 7 different enemy vehicles, and win the game. So this is quite straightforward, right? I decided to start everything by going to the middle, and the main reason being is because from the middle you are the most flexible, right? That's all I care about. Flexibility is important, and in the same time I am paying attention what is happening around us. And I can see this has to be pretty much camping and pre-aiming for us, if I can say so, which is fair play, you know, quite unusual, but nevertheless fair play, right? So I do not want to make any silly goose mistakes. I can see there is 4 enemy tank destroyers, and the thing is, I am not thinking, I know this mission is not going to be completed in every single game. I cannot remember exactly how many games it took, but definitely above 10 for sure. And you know, I am kind of on a relaxation mode. I know TVP has potential of bursting everyone in the face like there is no tomorrow. I am very well aware of that. I know I can do this. All I need to wait for is enemies making mistake. And as you can see, oh, look at this STB. Boom, 1 in the face. And you know why this 1 boom in the face is important? Not because I did some damage for him, but because I pretty much fulfilled another condition of this mission, right? Which is to punish at this point 2 enemy vehicles, which is very good. We are booming, we are chilling, and we are feeling pretty damn great. Now, whenever we are playing with the tanks like TVP, right, in order for us to clip enemy tank destroyers, 1 clip is going to bring pretty much half of the mission there. And look at this budget, hello there. Unfortunately not a hit, but not much what I can change about that. And still, I have a question, why the flying F are you shooting the the heat ammunition here, right? Well, answer is straightforward, because I thought I am going to meet the most of the heavies in this situation, because they are kind of overpeaking here and whatnot, right? So I simply thought this is the right way to do the things. Meanwhile, EBR, you beautiful, magnificent mother trucker, how are you doing? Beautiful. Minus 900, excellent, and we damaged 3 enemy vehicles. At this point, we can start thinking about the tank destroyers. Skill-wise, so, well, the thing is, if I will hold way longer, it's going to be a bit of the problem that I simply might not find enough use. But look at this running STB. As you can see, he escaped. Hashtag never. Oh, tank destroyer. Hi there. How are you doing? Boom, another hit. Good. 340 is better than 0, and now we punished 4 enemy vehicles. Anyways, like I said before, we need to start thinking how to spank enemy tank destroyers left, right, and center. And looking into the minimap, we know we are almighty GPs days. What that means? That means we need to approach this guy, right? This is my logic behind this. I just simply need to go for this guy in some smart way. I do not really want to obviously sacrifice my hit points, because when he will spank me I will lose half HP or so, and this is not optimal and this is not great. And as you can see, I am sneaking like a bloody snake through the tall grass. Look at this beauty. I am thinking that he spotted me. There is no way you spotted me, right? 1 in the face, 2 in the face, 3 in the face, and 4 in the face. Have a lovely one. Look at this, 1 clip and we have pretty much the damage needed to get to complete this mission, right? Obviously we need to hit 2 different enemy vehicles and whatnot, right? I understand this, but in the same time we need to make sure we are going to decap the base in the same time, right? That's what we need. So, mister, how are you doing? I am taking my time to aim to Kupol. Unfortunately I'm missing the shot, but that's okay. I can't cry too much about this. No? Anyone? Cappers, how are you doing? By the way, I am thinking about destroying this this fence in front of us, or this mini house, whatever, and here we go. Base is kind of safe. Our guys are making quite a bit of pressure, and this is the crucial moment in my opinion. Pay attention where is the tank destroyers. We know CC is capping base, and we know CC is not feeling healthy. We know T-30 sitting in the pretty much Juliet 8 line, right? And we know there is Object who never ever been spotted. Now Object has couple of the options where to be. He can be here, he can be here, he can sit somewhere over there, right? So what I am doing, and Object is getting spotted. This is pretty much ideal. So at this point we do not care about anything else but spanking the remains of the tank destroyers, right? Pretty much that's what we are thinking. 600 hit points here, okay, 300 hit points here, and I don't even care about this 300 HP left. Why would I? I just don't mind. I am just going for a T-30 at this point. T-30, how are you doing? Aiming my shots properly. Last shot, done. GG, finito. We got quite a bit of the use in this game, right? We try to punish enemies left, right, and center and whatnot, and I don't care about surviving. Why would I? I mean, look at this situation. We have 2,500 damage for tank destroyers, we cause a damage to 7 different enemy vehicles, and we won a game as well. There is no way they are going to have a comeback from this, right? So that's what I needed to do in order to get the mission done. I think it is all right to watch this game till this moment. And looking into all of this, fellas, we won this. We got the 3rd class. We got Confederate medal, 4.9 thousand damage, 1.2 thousand assisting damage, and I would say all in all it was okay, right? But you know what? That's not over. We have a couple of more replays left, and you will see very different approaches and probably different game skill levels as well, which is quite interesting to see, and that's what I like to show for you. So without further ado, let's go for round number 2, E50M in action. Let's go. Okay, fellas, this is the round number 2. One more thing to say. Hey, you mother trucker, average tank player, upgrade your hardening. Upgrade your hardening, mother trucker. You will get more bonuses. You will get more boosters. And special slot is not working whenever you are using bounty equipment. Just a tip for you, my man, and for everyone, to be fair with you. Anyways, looking into this situation, what do we have here? We have a tier 10 play, right? We have 5 tank destroyers, so quarter of the team are tank destroyers, right? And this is going to be... Oh, sir, your ass is looking so beautiful. I just noticed that. Hello there. I never thought people are going to put my emblems on their ass, but oh well, little did I knew. Now I know, fellas. Now I know. Anyways, quick crossing towards the Hotel 8, quite standard play here, and now Progetto is in a bit of trouble. There is Lynx up, there is CS53 up, and there is E50M up. And you know what? Progetto is running for his life. He's down to Fartable, and E50 is saying, pooh. And low roll. And you know what is the funny thing of all this? I paid attention quite a bit at this game, how he played this battle and what kind of decision he made, and the average tank player is a bit salty. Of course he lives, 2 low rolls. My man, you know, World of Tanks is a bit of the RNG, and I have a feeling this is not going to be the first one or the last one when this Progetto will live. It made me quite giggle, to be fair with you. Anyways, looking into all of this, there is one good rule. If you do not know what to do not do anything, in a way, right? And in this kind of situation, it is quite hard to do the things. I mean, sure thing, you can try to be aggressive and you can try to make a bit of pressure for the mouse, but it's better not to do so, if you know what I mean. It's just simply better. Meanwhile, he's going for a blind shot towards Progetto 66. Probably that was a miss because he was behind the foliage, but maybe I am wrong. Anyways, patience is the key in this kind of situation. And by the way, mission is still the same, right? 2,500 damage to the tank destroyers, and look at this. I believe at this point the average World of Tanks player should be quite upset with this RNG, to say that the least. At least this is how I would feel if I would be in his place. Well, not much what he can change about that. Now, this is a very, very good play, fellas. Look at this. EBR moving through the middle, and he is instantly going with a high explosives, and he managed to spank him for 519. What a decision to go for high explosives. Killing shot, not really, unfortunately for our hero of the day. He got slaughtered by someone else, but that is okay. Meanwhile, Grill is trying to run for his life, and slowly but surely, as you can see, he's packing this this score. By the way, and obviously getting closer towards completing this mission. By the way, I was trying to complete my mission, you know, whenever I showed my replay. Looking into all of this, I do not really think average tank player is looking to complete the mission. I would say his approach is significantly different than mine. That being said, I have a feeling he is just simply playing the game normally, and he has a fingers crossed to complete the mission, which is the most healthy thing in my humble opinion. I think this is the most healthy option for pretty much every single of us, right? Whenever you are not focusing on the mission, it is just significantly better situation, at least in my humble opinion. Once again, you are not getting pissed off whenever you are one shot away, or you did not manage 2 more tanks in order to get the secondary condition and whatnot, right? This is how I feel, right? Anyways, looking into the minimap, he noticed that I would say the whole idea of going back is he wants to defend the base from the alpha line. This would be my guess overall. Meanwhile, if you would pay attention here, right, his heavy line is falling completely. Looks like Mouse and E3 is doing quite a bit of the heavy lifting, plus on top of that T44 is flanking remaining forces here. Yeah, it doesn't look that great to this side, and I wonder what was the whole idea him relocating. Once again, my initial impression is that he really high explosives. Well, unfortunately not a penetration. I have a feeling Grille was using his long gun just like a baseball bat to spank this high explosive ammunition. Meanwhile, he's loading another hash round and he's saying there is no chance. Bam, 200. So unlucky, fellas, so unlucky. Yeah, as you can see, he's not paying too much attention to the grill or something. Average tank player is actually just chilling, and he's shooting whatever he has chance to shoot. That's the whole plan. Blind shot. Oh boy, average tank player. I have a feeling you need to rename yourself to professional World of Tanks player. That was a very solid blind shot. I salute you, my man. Meanwhile, now T-30, he is obviously shooting T-30, and in the same time, he is getting closer to complete this. But now there is a twist. You see, he needs to win this game in order to complete the mission with a secondary condition, right? And this is what he is going for, this is what he is trying to achieve, and this is what he is trying to complete. The situation is obviously looking quite bad for average tank player, at least I would say so. Oh, was spotted in the middle? Hello there, how are you doing? Last shot, and he is going to complete this mission currently. Beautiful. Pretty much now he needs to win. That's the most important thing. He needs to do whatever he physically and possibly can in order to win this one. And this is the very first time, by the way, whenever he started shooting some heat ammunition as well, right? And this is probably the most important moment in order to win this game. It's still winnable. It is 3 versus 7 situation, but it still could be winnable. Now look at this. This Fosh cow is sitting in the middle and saying, "Moo, no one shall pass." And this is exactly perfection of the play. Skill, what do you mean by saying this is a perfection of the play? Listen, this Fosh is holding them. This Fosh is pretty much doing a lot of damage overall, right? And E50 M is like a farmer. He's just simply claiming their lives like there is no tomorrow. Beautiful play overall. This is a solid game in my humble opinion. Anyways, Leo left, Key 91 left, Mouse left, and E3 left. Meanwhile, Leo 1 hit points, auto aim, and unfortunately not a shot. But you know what? E50 is good on many things. One of those things is arriving. Now the question is where Key 91 is, because E3 will take 3 years until he is going to arrive to the base, so there is no worries whatsoever. And look at this beauty. Key 91, I have a bad feeling for you. You do not really want to see E50M charging on you like crazy mother trucker, okay? Minus 700 damage. Unlucky, fellas. Unlucky, that's all there is to say. And last but not least, E3. Beautiful game overall, but I think average tank player did not really wanted to complete this. He wasn't playing for this mission mainly, right? I think he was playing his game, and it happened to be that he completed this mission overall, right? That's what I would guess. Anyways, let's try to check out the scoreboard. Okay, fellas, unfortunately we cannot check out the score because there was 1 week in World of Tanks when replays were broken, and unfortunately we cannot check out the score. But I believe we can agree that he completed the mission. So now the last game. Farik, we are going to take a look at your play. Let's see. Okay, fellas, we have the last battle played by the Farik, right? Farik, show us what you got, my man. Show us what you got. Farik is playing in the airfield. Farik is having pretty good matchmaking overall. 250 to the Grida. Looks like in those replays, Gridas are cursed, right? At least this is how it looks like. Nice try. Probably he could have hit the forehead of this Fava, but that's about it. Meanwhile, no. And Grilla dodging like a boss. It looks like, fellas, Grillas in this video, they are having the best luck out there. Anyways, I really want to highlight Farik moves. I know he is practicing his dance, and look at this beauty, fellas. Look at this beauty. Into one side, into other side, into one side, into the other side, into one side, into the other side. Farik is saying, who is going to shoot me? Huh? Who? Fava or Grille? Fava or Grille? I appreciate Falas Farik movement here. He is moving like a dancer on the floor without bigger problems whatsoever, and he is killing it. Meanwhile, 600 in the face into the Grille. No bloody mother trucker, enough of dancing. Nah, Grille sent to the garage. Beautiful. Okay, looking into all of this so far, 1.3 thousand damage dealt for a tank destroyers. 1 kill, yip yip hooray. The thing is, it is not so simple to get those 7 different hits in the situation, because let's think logically. How many guys he can spank in front? He can spank the mouse in front. He can spank this Fava in front. There is always a possibility there is a guy sitting in this bush, although no one shot the Farik yet, so it is still quite an early thing to say, right? So yeah, the worst part of all this is going to be to pack the amount of the hits to the different vehicles. At least this is how am I looking into all of this. Meanwhile, luckily for Farik, Centurion is a bit of the tourist. He came here, and now the biggest question is Centurion impatient? Because if this guy impatient, he's going to make the life significantly easier, and yes, he is. He doesn't give a flying F. He is going in front, and he is saying, okay dear, oh yeah, that was a mistake. Well, it happens for the best of us. Everyone is making mistakes. It doesn't matter how experienced you are in the game. It's just simply how it goes, right? So far, so good. How is this Mr. Mouse doing? Aha, E4 is sitting in the typical bush. Farik checked it out where exactly he's sitting at, and I have a feeling Farik is going to go for quite some blind shots. I have a feeling he will. And look at this, blind shots incoming. First, definitely a miss. And you know what I noticed in this replay? This is like the weirdest blind shooting I have ever seen. I do not know, Farik, what you are seeing in this situation. Are you seeing that splash in the corner over there, or what is happening? I thought for a moment maybe Farik is playing like this or like this, you know, that's how he is seeing the splash, but now it simply doesn't make sense. I cannot see anything unless he zoomed out significantly more. So yeah, that is weird blind shooting. That's all I can say, right? But maybe I need to improve as well a bit speaking about the blind shots, or maybe Farik was paying a humongous attention at this mouse and he was a bit paranoid that Mr. Mouse might actually push him. I do not really know. We are going to figure out whenever Farik is going to join the stream. Then we are going to have a conversation about his dancing skills and about the blind shooting as well. Anyways, nevertheless, I have no doubts whatsoever. He hit some shots to the Mr. E4, right? And this is going to add quite a bit of the damage overall towards his mission. And on top of that, this is another tank hit, which is always good and always welcome, right? We can clearly see the splash. Splash pretty much means he is not hitting anything. He's going for another one, another splash over there, and this is such a bad timing because Fava is speaking, and probably Farik is thinking the same way. Why did I went for a blind shot? Meanwhile, E4 is trying to escape for his dear life, and looking into the amount of the hit points, it looks like E4 got punished twice. At least this is how it looks like, right? So far, 6 minutes into the battle, right? And we are seeing the problem which I thought we are going to see. And the problem is it is going to be extremely hard to pack the amount of the hits to the different enemy tanks. Once again, logically thinking, he has 3 hits now because I have no doubts whatsoever. He blind shooted E4, right? So in this kind of situation, many things can happen. Ooh. Hello there, 450 in the face. Now, this is a hard lesson with which Farek and every single of us are going to learn. Whenever E4 is shooting gold, he has 395 millimeters penetration or so. And yeah, even though you are playing with a UD as hold down, if you would pay attention at this, you are getting punished, right? Even though UDES is perfect to play hold down with. At least that's what I think, right? So, let's start thinking logically, fellas. Speaking about the situation, Mouse is pretty much another potential hit. I have no doubts whatsoever he has completed already the amount of the damage for attacking destroyers. That's what I think. But now the hardest thing is to hit the different vehicles, and this is where the things are going to be very tricky, because he will need to make pressure, otherwise it is pretty much game over, and otherwise it's GG. Plus on top of that, object never being spotted. And as you can see, Farek is afraid to make pressure, and I do not blame you, especially whenever you are down to fartable for Fawad, down to fartable for E4, and Mouse as well can pretty much send you to the garage if he is going to get a high roll, or maybe he is going to ram you. Yeah, this is the problem, and he needs to figure out how to approach them, otherwise it is a GG for a mission. And I believe at one point Farek just simply said and let's go for Trollolo. Meanwhile, 263 is making a bit of pressure, and here you go. This is the moment. I think Farek at this point just snapped and said, yep, it is about the time to make a bit of pressure. Good shot into the side, beautiful. Hip hip hooray. Meanwhile, 19 hit points as of the Mouse. Farek is thinking about eliminating him from the game, and hip hip hooray. Not an auto aim shot to the side of this guy. Good play, very good play. Meanwhile, there is a Leo 1 sitting around this area. Now, listen, he needs to hit 3 more guns, right? He needs to hit the Lorraine, Fava, and Leo, because there is no chance this object is going to make pressure towards the Farek, is it? Look at this. Lorraine is sniping here in the back. That is very, very good stuff, and this is absolutely amazing. So Farek needs to hit the Leo. Okay, look. Leo is dead. 2 more shots. He needs to hit 2 different tanks, otherwise it is a game over. He needs to hit a different tank. Object 268. He has 500 hit points, and at this point I would say GG. At this point I would say it is simply GG. By the way, Farek is rigging Brother Nars in front of my eyes. Disgusting, Farek. You should be ashamed. How could you? And look at this. Look how lucky this is. Completed. Completed. Everything done. He won, he damaged 7 different vehicles, and he got 2,500 damage as well. Oh, lucky mother trucker, Farek. The lucky mother tracker. Meanwhile, looking into the score, we have 4,000 damage, 700 assisting damage, 3 kills. Second by the damage, first by experience. Actually, no, second by experience, sorry. GG Farek. I am very, very curious how you blind shoot at that E4. Did you saw it somehow in the back or not so much? If you are going to leave the comment down below, I will make sure to pin it. Anyways, fellas, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed a bit of the different story here and a bit of the different content as well. I need to start working for the missions. I need to pretty much finish all missions left. There is like 3 of them or 4 of them if I'm not mistaken. So we are going to power grind them on the extra channel, right? And hopefully we can launch everything together with Index 2.0. That is the plan, that is the hope, and that is the dream. Anyways, fellas, have a good one. Enjoy yourself. Thank you very much for watching, and see you soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.